No, Castlevania series that was done in Japan. I forget the Japanese name. I'll probably write it down on the description or whatever.
This is exactly how y'all want. This is exactly how y'all want y'all Goku to look like.
What now? They have transformed into ape. This is completely different from anything that I've ever seen before.
That's how you. Alright, you see that? You see that? See that? You little fucking faggot fanboys, all right? Sitting over here in your mama's basement.
Oh, these are weeaboos.
Oh yeah, fucking weeaboos. That's how you want your Goku to look like, all right?
Yeah, well, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get that Asian goodness.
I've never had summoned as much of my power to defeat them.
If he was based off of like some of an Asian character, obviously, if at some point they actually showed something like it. Yeah, if he was actually based off of some Japanese character or whatever, yes, then I could accept that. Alright? Then I'd understand if they got mad over this motherfucker being an Asian. After all, we have Sean Ferris playing as Kyo Kusanagi.
You know? God, but going back on topic, what were we talking about again?
Look, we're talking about adaptations and how shitty it would look compared if you actually use different actors.
Castlevania.
Yeah, that's what they want them to look like, alright? That's what they want their Goku to look like.
Well, it's not gonna happen.
I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
Yeah, so.
Alright, enough of this faggotry. Enough of it. But,
Just get that last one right there.
Yeah, get that part. Yeah, I want Goku to look like that. Yeah, that looks so Goku right there.
Yeah.
That looks so Goku.
With a styrofoam hair.
But, like I was saying about Castlevania, a series that was made in Japan. Now, y'all motherfuckers will probably come out your mouth talking about, oh, the Belmonts, that Belmont guy, he doesn't look right for the part because it was a video game based off of it's a series based off of a Japanese video game, so he needs to be Asian. And Dracula needs to be Asian too because he's from the video game, and that's Konami shit. Y'all some idiots.
Oh yeah, I know what we
Y'all
call
some
them.
fucking idiots.
You know what we do there?
It's the same, like I said. As easy as you want to go around talking about Goku need to be Asian and all that shit, the same thing could be said about all these other series that come from Japan that could easily be adapted. That, for the most part, their characters are technically not Japanese.
Yeah.
And y'all want to sit here and you want to yammer on about this shit?
I bet you they bitches if Full Metal Alchemist was made into a fully American cast, which they will be if they ever decide to go ahead and do it. So deal with it, motherfuckers.
You know what?
Speaking of Full Metal Alchemist, I'm going a little off topic about this. I recently saw the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I gotta say, I forget the name I forgot the name of the user that recommended it to me. But hey, I'm gonna give you a shout out and whatnot. It was pretty good. I gotta say, I was very impressed by it. It was a little different than what I was expecting, but it was still pretty good.
Friendly fire.
But, anyway, going back on top, yeah, like I said, yeah, there's a time to expect certain things, and there's a time to not expect so much of it. And just what you people expected from Dragon Ball and all this other nonsense, you people whining. You people have been whining for months.
Months? Fuck out of here. They've heard about it last year and been whining about it since.
For several months, close to a year, you people have been fucking whining. Yeah, we get it. It was going to be a very bad adaptation. But you know what? We sat there, and I can honestly say it was nowhere near as bad as what the fanboys were putting it out to be. And the fact that most people actually had the goal to say, oh, I think the fanboys were right on this one. Y'all just giving the fanboys more power. I would never, ever agree with the fanboys. I would never agree with the fanboys on anything because they're always wrong. Now and forever, as God decreed it, they will always be wrong. Because you know what? These are the kind of motherfuckers that will sit there and complain about minuscule shit and at the same time praise shit that shouldn't be praised. I mean, oh God, yo, heaven forbid we get a live-action version of Evangelion. How many riots do you think would erupt in the city streets?
Oh my God.
How many people would rage? You know what?
I can see.
Better yet, I would love to see an American.
You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? Remember what happened when Martin Luther King got shot?
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be the same exact thing. You're not gonna want to come out your house.
No, you know what? 21st Century Fox, I want you to watch this video. I would love to see you guys make an adaptation of Neo Genesis Evangelion.
Well, it's in the works, but nobody knows.
I want to see it just to watch these fanboys squeal.
And
just to watch them cry, just for them to go, why would you do this? How could you do such a... You seen that image?
Yeah.
You ever seen that image? Like, why would you do that?
Such a thing?
I would love to see that shit.
And make sure y'all don't cut out no Shiki fapping right up. I said Shiki. Fucking Shinji
And
jerking over a comatose girl.
I want them to do a
No cutting that out.
adaptation
No,
of that, 'cause
no
I wanna
cutting that
see
out.
These people cry.
I want to see him
wanna
sweat
see
dripping
this
from
guy.
his forehead, beating right off on top of her.
I want to see you people cry so I can sit there and just lick your tears of disarray. Because you people, I'm just fed up with you motherfuckers. You want to sit there and whine and bitch and complain. And we will be there and we will praise that movie when it comes out. I want to see an Evangelion movie come out. Yo, what other series would you like to see come out so that way these fanboys could just cry?
Let's get a live action version of One Piece.
Live action version of One Piece.
Let's do Naruto.
Yes, Naruto.
Throw in a Naruto.
A black person is Naruto, right? Let's see how
We have a black Naruto Uzumaki. So yo, believe it, son.
No, we're gonna have some guy born from France, straight from France, knows no English, be the actor for fucking for Naruto.
Now he has to be the actor for Sasuke.
For Sasuke, look at that Sasuke, because we all know Sasuke was French, man. Straight from them French fries.
Sorry.
But yeah, you fanboys really piss me off. But going back on topic with the adaptations, like I said with that shit. But yeah, you've had your good adaptations, you had your bad adaptations. One okay adaptation that I saw about a few years back was this movie that was based off of I think either a book or book series. It was called Flowers in the Attic. Now it was pretty much a story about a mom who her and her 3 kids go back to living I think in her parents' house or something like that, because they end up falling into a financial situation or some shit like that. Now this was a video about this was a series about some really strong shit. I mean, we're talking about betrayal. I mean, death, and the most
What?
And the most strong and one really questionable taboo, incest. Apparently you find out in the story that the mother actually had a tryst with her uncle.
What are we talking about again?
Flowers in the Attic.
Oh, yeah.
Ended up having a tryst with her uncle, thus giving birth to her 3 children. Her children were born out of the union between her and her uncle. Now, there were a lot of inconsistencies with that in the story, from what I understand. In the movie ending, after it's all said and done, the brother and the older brother and the younger sister end up leaving the house that they were imprisoned in for a few months or whatever, and they live happily ever after. In the book, it was said I heard that they end up having the brother and sister end up having kids. And they end up repeating the process that was going on in the movie. I really suggest watching both the book, read the book or book series as well as the movie. They were both good in my opinion. And yeah, it was just some really crazy shit in that fucking series. But another adaptation that, let's be honest here, I mean both the book and the movie were bad, was Twilight. Now, I say this not so much as an adaptation of itself, you know, the movie being an adaptation of books. I'm saying it as it's a bad adaptation towards the mythology of vampires. I mean, it's just
the mythology of anything. There we go.
Oh, the mythology of anything. It just takes everything that is, I guess, sacred about the vampire mythology, just shove it down.
And the werewolves and anything else.
Yeah, it just really destroys it. I mean, the person that even created the series said it herself. She did no fucking research whatsoever about the series.
Which is really fucking sad.
Which is really pathetic, because if you're going